everyone, my name is Kaikun6 and I'm here to do another episode of Playlist Stories. I can't believe tomorrow, as I'm recording today, is going to be the 1 year anniversary that I started uploading videos on this channel for this series. It's just crazy. I felt like I was only going to do a few videos and that was it, but I felt like I have way too many songs that I listen to that have a lot of memories attached to them. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be stopping anytime soon. And what better way to celebrate this anniversary with another video from Playlist Stories. And this one is going to be a sort of a long one. I'm trying to see if I could figure out what's going on with my phone. I felt like I had to do shorter videos because I started downloading a lot of apps on my phone, and then all of a sudden it's just shortened it to a few minutes. So anyway, let's get started on this video. Hopefully it's going to be a short one. So as you can see the title, Phenomenon by Limp Bizkit. This song was like, just part of one of my favorite albums, and then like I listen to it often and stuff like that. And this certain memory that I'll be talking about in a bit has like a very weird, interesting attachment to it, especially with this person that I have met through, another friend of mine. How this started, or like how I met this person, was through another friend, and this friend was a friend from high school. I'm gonna give her the nickname Jewel. She and we were like bonding over manga and anime, and we were like in the math classes and stuff like that. And then after high school, we were kind of like trying to text and call each other often. And then of course life got busy for us, and then we couldn't see each other for like a couple years. And then all of a sudden I found her in one of the locations of my old hometown's McDonald's, and then so we started getting to know each other from there, especially in drive-thrus. And then it led to her training this like a few employees in her location. One of those employees happened to be like sort of like a good friend of mine, sort of. I mean, I won't lie, you guys, like this guy that I'll be talking about, I'm gonna use his real name, and his real name is Ryan. He was like a fairly attractive guy. Like he was like somebody I would go for in high school, or at least have a crush on in high school. And I felt like at the time I didn't know what to do with that, because I felt like as soon as I got to know this person, I was like totally turned off on there. Not only because I was in a relationship with my husband, but I felt like he was a very creepy guy, and I'll explain why. So once I started getting to know Jewel over time, especially since I was hanging out with friends at the time all the time, or if not working, and then so it led to like me, craving a burger from McDonald's. And so I will pull up to the window, she'll recognize my voice or my car, and then she'll immediately be like, okay, you want the usual? Okay, just pull up to the first window to pay. And then there's no cars, right? Like, no, I don't see nobody. Okay, so just pull up to the second window, stay there as long as you want so we can chat. And so it was like a regular thing to do, especially since she and we love to talk a lot. Especially in high school, we talked a lot anyway. So, but there were a few occasions where, of course, I didn't see her often. Or if I did, she'll have me pull up to the front of the store, so that way I can pick up my order from there. So this led to, one of her employees like noticing like how Jewel is with certain customers, and he kind of liked that interaction, I guess. And so I guess he tried to do that with me, and I was like, oh boy. He's like, I remember telling Jewel, like, he's a very attractive guy. Like, do you have a boyfriend? Like that type of thing. And she's just like, I have a boyfriend, and yeah, I thought he was cute too. And so we were kind of like, doing our girly talk and stuff like that. And then I guess Ryan overheard at some point. I felt so embarrassed, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to stop coming here for a while. And I did that. I remembered for months on end, I stopped coming to the location. And if I really needed a a burger from McDonald's, I would go to the other location in my old hometown. Or if not, I'll have like my family or my husband to go to McDonald's with me, and then just do that. And like my husband knew about this guy. He really did. He was just like, oh, so he's just like a harmless guy. And I just said, yeah, he was very sweet. And then he was telling me at the time, like, there was this girl at work, it was like, it's normal because she's kind of like my work wife, and then she's very sweet, and I got to know her too, and she's just like a very, very lovely person. Sadly, we're not even talking to each other as of today. I think I only have her on my personal Facebook, but that's it. So I remembered just having conversations with Jewel, this and this, and all of a sudden he just like kind of like made me feel creeped out in a way after, because like I felt like, oh, he's really cute, but you know, and I did have like a little small crush on him, but that's it, nothing more, because you know, with the husband and stuff like that. And so I remembered thinking about like, okay, what shift would Jewel and Ryan be at if you know, if I'm gonna pull up? And I remembered I'm gonna go pull up at night, and it turned out that they did also change their shifts. So I got, not only did I got to see Jewel, but I got to see Ryan. I was like, okay, fuck. So I had like small interactions with Ryan, especially with Jewel, because all I wanted to do was talk to her. And Ryan became really friendly, you guys. He really did. Like, it was like the out of my norm of like me talking to guys, honestly. Like, I felt like I need to be friends with you first. Like, it don't have to be at work, it has, or school, like hopefully in a social setting and stuff like that. And he considered like work as a social setting, so he was very friendly, you guys. Like, he was flirting for sure. But I remembered I told him, I was like, oh, I have you know, I have a fiance and stuff like that. And then eventually Jewel got to know my fiance, because one day he did pull up to me to that location with me. I think we were coming from a date or something, and he wanted McDonald's, so we stopped by in there. And then not only that, because I told him about Ryan, he was like, I need to see this guy. So he came up to the window, and of course he saw Ryan and stuff like that. My husband just looked at me like, oh, you're crazy, like this guy is not that attractive. And I just said, yes, he is. And at least at the time he was. Now he just creeps me out. And so he was like, okay. So Ryan saw, you know, my husband, and he was just like, oh, like, you know, you have a very lovely fiance, like you have a very lovely girlfriend. He's like, yeah, I know, like I've been with her this long, and I really love her, and I know she loves me. And that kind of was like the catalyst, I guess, because after that, whenever I did pull up to McDonald's, I tried not to go by myself anymore because of Ryan. Whenever I went with my family, it was really weird from there. And I think a few times I had to go by myself because nobody wanted to come with me. And I was like, fuck, okay, so let me go. And the few times that I go to that location and he was there, he would try to talk, and it just felt creepy from there, honestly. But so he just so I remembered I think it was like the last time I seen him, and the last time I seen him before I moved to Texas was about a year or so from there. I don't know if he changed shifts again, because I remember I got breakfast with my family, and my brother and my mom and my sister were in the car, and of course my brother was driving, my mom was riding shotgun, while me and my sister were riding in the back seat. And Ryan immediately like recognized my family and was just like, I wonder if Jenny was in the back seat. And of course, you know, we don't have like really good tinted windows on my mom's car at the time. So he immediately like made direct eye contact with me, and that kind of freaked out my family for a little bit, which just like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, is he gonna be a problem? And I was like, no, there's no problem, because my sister went through the same thing with me at one point. Like, we were by ourselves in the drive-thru, and then she noticed that he completely ignored her, just immediately went straight to me. And then all of a sudden, he did the same thing to my family, and my brother thought that was rude, and so he wanted to know what the fuck was going on. So I told him, and then he's like, okay, is he gonna be a problem? I said no. And then eventually we stopped going to that location, we went to a different location, and then that was when I moved. And then I honestly thought I was never gonna see him once I lived here in Texas. Well, you know, when Dad's funeral showed up on that day, I went to go to, you know, the funeral and hang out with my family and stuff, especially with surviving the virus and stuff, since I got sick over there. I remember I got fully better, and I wanted to go to a McDonald's, and I didn't care what location, because at the time I wasn't really thinking of Ryan, you know, I was thinking about I'm finally getting better, and for my reward I wanted a burger, because all I had was like chicken broth, and that was it. I barely even touched meat or vegetables because I was so like sick from the texture of it, and I didn't want to eat it and all that. So all I had was like chicken broth and water, literally, and that saved my life basically, or I would have not been here as of today because of the Delta strain, because that's what I had. So so after that, like, I pulled up to the drive-thru with my sister. This time I was the one riding because my sister didn't want to drive. So we went in her car. We went to the drive-thru, and immediately I was like, okay, please, hopefully they hurry up because I'm really tired. And then, of course, the intercom came. That familiar voice showed up, and that was my friend Jewel. And Jewel was just like, oh my goodness, like, I haven't seen you in forever. I said, yeah, didn't I told you I moved to Texas? Are you kidding me? No? I didn't remember that. I said, yeah, and I just came here for a funeral. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. And so we were talking in the first window. She told me to pull up because she already knows what I wanted. Apparently she knew what I wanted. My sister was just like, oh, can I have this? And she's like, yeah, sure, honey. And then it's like, oh my god, I can't believe I've seen the sisters again. And it's like, yeah. And then it's like, yeah, your sister comes here whenever she can. She's like, dude, I got drunken nights, that type of thing. So it's just really funny. We interacted, and of course, when when she called my name, that was when Ryan came to the second window, and Jewel noticed, and she was just like, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot this guy is somehow obsessive of Jenny. So, and he noticed that I was the one, driving my sister's car at the time. And he immediately brought his game on, if you know what I mean. Like, he started flirting. He started kind of like making eye contact with me the whole time. And of course, he kept looking at my sister just to see if she's okay. Or if not, he's getting like signals from her or something. My sister just ignored him. She was just like, I'm going to be on my phone. So she was just texting. And then for me, I was like, oh, hi, how you doing? And it's like, yeah, it's been forever since I seen you. What happened? I told them what happened. And then it's like, wow, so you're married now? I said, yeah. It's like, well, I just got engaged with my girlfriend. I said, oh, good for you. I was like my brain, I was just like, I'm glad that he moved on. I'm really glad. Well, yeah, let's just say like that didn't went well on that visit after that, because he started kind of like I felt like his shift, or like his mood shifted, and I felt very creeped out. My sister noticed, and she was just like, tell me, like, how long have you known Jenny? And it's like, oh, I've known her for a very long time. Like, she's a very lovely person, this and this. And I was just like, oh my, like, I literally was just like, thank you for the compliments. Like, you're very, very sweet. Like, you're gonna make me blush, this and this. And he's just like, oh, like, don't worry about it. Like, I really do think you're a very sweet person. And then, immediately Jewel was just like, Ryan, do you think you can help me somewhere in the bag? And he was just like sighing really heavily and was just like, all right, I'll be right back. And then so he went, and then Jewel was just like, here's your food, fucking go. And and so we I pulled out and I just said thank you, and then so I left. And then and I could just tell that Ryan was pissed the fuck off. He really was. He was just like, what the fuck, why did you do that for? I'm not even done talking to her. And then, to be honest, that was the last time I ever seen him, honestly. And to be honest, now that I'm reminding myself of this, I dread, hopefully I will never go to that McDonald's and see if he's still there, honestly. Because I believe that he'll forget about me. It's been a long time, and even though, like, I have been in Texas already for, like, 3 years in the time, and then I had to go, to the funeral to go, see my dad and everything, and my family and friends, and then deal with my cold at the time. And then I thought that maybe he'll forget about me, but he never did. Sadly, no. And I know it's been a couple years since then. Will he remember me? Who knows? I'm kind of dreading it. I think I'm just gonna avoid that location for the meantime, unless I'm with somebody else, because I am not gonna go by myself in that drive-thru. And just to be bombarded with not only like his, like his mannerisms and stuff, like just in general, he just gave me a creepy mood. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm glad that I made it such a short video. I wanted to make it a little bit longer, but like I said, I don't know what's going on with my phone. It only records like a few, snippets here and there and stuff. So anyway, I have been working on some crafting projects too, and I wanted to also work on ceramics too, and I believe I bought paint for it, and I think next week will be the crafting video for sure. And if not, it might be a shopping finds video, because I have been shopping like almost every week and been buying stuff that I can't wait to show you guys. But one of the few items I have bought in that like throughout my weekly trips almost is I bought ceramic paint just to go paint these things, and what they are candle holders, and they don't have the little, you know, thing cut out, because I asked the ceramic lady not to cut this out, and all it is just a witch on a broom, and it has stars and stuff like that. And I'm believing that, oh excuse me, I believe like I'm gonna, like the circle around the witch, I'm gonna paint it as a moon and stuff like that. Oops, sorry. I moved you guys a little bit, I'm sorry. And then the next thing that I want to be painting is this, and all it is just another candle holder, and it has bats on there. And I was wondering what kind of color scheme I wanted to do with these, and I found a website, ceramicshops.com. Oh yeah, ceramicsshop.com, sorry, I was trying to remember, that had like this color scheme for them, and I said perfect, all I need to do is go find the paint for it, and I think I found the paint. So I just wanted to show you guys like the blank canvases for this, and then I'm going to show you guys the painted version of it, and then hopefully when they get fired and glazed. So, and but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do that once I'm done, and then hopefully I'll be done with that crafting project I will do, and then hopefully I'll just make a small tutorial video, and then hopefully upload it on this channel for next week. So anyway, I'm gonna end the video there. I need to go clean up. I still have a lot of cleaning up to do, you guys. I think just yesterday I just did my bathroom, and I'm about to do the kitchen, and then maybe tomorrow I'll do some sweeping or mopping or something. I don't know, it's just been crazy. It's been hot here in Texas. It cooled off a little bit, like it went from 100s to 90s at some point, but I'm just like, I'm done with summer. I just want fall to get here, and winter, so that way, you know, I'll be able to decorate the house with Halloween and Thanksgiving stuff, and you know, just to have fall Halloween decorations all over. Like, I just can't wait. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys there. So hopefully you guys have a lovely day and a lovely week, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, bye everyone.